Chad, I did it again.
And tell me what that is, buddy. What happened?
May
here?
not have finished my process off the tee.
Yeah.
The result put me where I am here, where I'm 135 yards from the green, over water with trees here.
You got yourself into a sticky situation here, buddy.
I did. I didn't mean it.
Got
But
it. It happens. It happens. All right. So
when
now the question becomes is what do
please.
you want to do about it? So the biggest thing is that even world-class players, they get themselves into trouble. It happens. Now, the art of the deal is recognizing when you're in trouble, can you get out of trouble so you don't compound it and make a 6 or a 7. And you said you've been playing good today, so we don't want to destroy an otherwise very good round you have cooking.
Right.
So step 1 is identify you are in trouble. We got trees, water, wind, all the things.
I recognize very clearly the trouble that I put myself in. But I guess the question is, I think obviously, to play better golf, you got to take the safe route. For me, I'm taking my 8-iron or 9-iron, whatever I was going to hit 135 yards. Maybe I club down a little bit, hit like a 7, just to make sure I avoid any chance of hitting any of those trees, out into that fairway there, set myself up to try to get up and down to save my car.
That's an easy option.
But the devil
Talks to
sits
all
on
of
the
us.
other shoulder.
Yeah.
And it says to me, why not try to hit back of the stance, chop down 8-iron to get it over the water and get closer to the hole.
So you certainly could pull off either, yes?
The likelihood of one is lower than the other.
Very good. So you have to weigh risk versus reward. Which one's the more risky one?
Yeah, we know that.
Is it worth the reward? Is there a reward there for
And I
doing
think
this?
that's what has elevated my game this year is I've taken away the risk knowing that the reward is oftentimes not great because knowing this green complex, there's 2 bunkers behind this green. So even if I do get it over, it's not holding the green and it's likely going to be in a backside green bunker.
That's right. Another way, Justin, to think about it is you could do risk reward or capability. We know you're capable versus probability. So what's the probability of getting this ball to stay on the green and not go in the water?
Very low.
Very low.
Yeah.
So having said that, I saw that you got tuned up from Ben over there with your 80-yard pitch shot
right.
when you got cleared on what you wanted to do with the ball. You could pitch it out, wedge it on the green, make 5 at the worst.
At worst.
Right.
Keeping the big numbers off the card.
That's half the battle is the others, the doubles, the triples, is
Yeah.
just learning how to keep it off the card. Have you made any birdies out here today?
Not yet today.
Yeah, so it's still not too late. You can still finish up, but the main thing is get that ball on the green and give yourself a chance for the par.
I love it.
Very good. Do you want to show us how you would pitch it out in there? And
Absolutely.
If you start back here, bud, it's back to the procedure, being very intentional
And
with what you want the ball to
And
do.
I think that's actually worth having another conversation about is how many times do we not remind ourselves how important it is to maybe refocus before each shot.
That's right. So a lot of people will take this and they would say, oh, this is easy. And they, I would say they take it for granted. They don't go through the steps and then they make another error. Either they pitch it through and are in the rough or the bunker on the other side.
I typically
Right.
top it and I don't get myself fully out of the problem area that I want to be in.
That's right. So that's when errors get compounded is if we skip one rule that you could take the bank, if you skip a step, you'll trip and fall. So any steps that we miss will trip and fall. So in this case, if you choose that club and you want to pitch it out, tell us what you want the ball to do,
Okay.
decide what you're going to do, and then get in there and execute to the best of your ability.
Okay.
So what do you want this ball to do? How far do you want it to go?
Just, about 50 yards here. I want to obviously stay to the right of that trap. Maybe if I get it there, it would be nice to have it bump off that hill just towards the green a little bit, but
50 yards.
50 yards.
Very good.
Yeah,
Very
50
good.
yards.
So what I would say is rehearse a motion that makes you believe it'll go 50 yards with that club. Very good. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Off you go.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, you're
Absolutely
getting my bag.
Yeah.
You and Ben are.
Now we're on your bag.
I need. If anyone has a shrink ray, that I can shrink them down and carry them around in my bag with me when we play. Just pull them out at times when I need. That was
perfect. So you got yourself in
Yes.
trouble, no big deal. You weighed your options. You made a choice, then you executed a procedure. We're back in business, baby.
And what I think is funny about it is I feel confident now.
Yes.
I feel confident again, knowing that shot off the tee didn't make me feel as confident. But coming back out here, going through this process, putting the ball basically exactly what I said I wanted to do, talking it through, and then executing it, now I feel really good going up to that shot.
That's good. It's worth noting that confidence comes from having a plan that you can see works.
Yeah.
So confidence doesn't necessarily come from the result. It comes from having a plan that you know then leads to a desired result. So that's confidence.
So true. Yeah.
Glad you said that.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Excellent.
We hope this helped you. Outstanding job with that.
Thank you.
Use
Thank
this
you.
when you're out playing. Shoot low scores. Yeah.
Can't wait.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you soon.